Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we will check out the OP11 Smoker Red Green again. One of my more favorite leader, I would say, but definitely also one of the more competitive ones and more complicated sometimes. At least for me, I don't know how you're feeling about him, but at least in my opinion, he's not as straightforward as you may think. So I checked out the OPO top decks and found this deck list. I thought it's quite interesting because it plays the new Luffy as a one-off, just as a finisher. I quite enjoyed the Eustass Captain Kit, the Hoodie Jones, the Smoker is definitely a must. And we enjoyed the Ben Beckman, definitely a good addition in my opinion. The new Peacock Searcher with an additional 1k for trashing her. And the new Honest Impact, a really cool card. I enjoyed it definitely a lot. New 2k. And yeah, I would say otherwise nothing really changed a lot. I took the Gum Gum Mulligan again because I really thought about the card. I said last time I wasn't really a big fan of it in the last gameplay, but yeah, as I reconsidered a little, I guess it's definitely not that bad. Yeah, but otherwise we also included the Monet, which is a nice Don beneficial card for every turn, also like a pseudo blocker. So yeah, I would say let's dive right into the first video. So at first we, oh, I forgot about it, about the speeds. So our first game we will do against Rebecca, a more chill game. She got the support like Usopp, like the new Dressrosa cards, but of course she's definitely not the strongest character in the world, and the strongest leader in the world, I would say. She is probably not even meta relevant, but she's on the edge, I would say. So it's still like a testing phase at the moment for her to check if she can be viable in the West meta, because the West meta usually differs a little from the East side. So yeah, I'm really curious on how it will be next year about like merging the two different OCG and TCG sides, like the East side and the West side. Okay, so we're searching a lot. Our hand looks quite nice. We could have played the Ben. Oh no, we couldn't because we are still at 6 down. So we went second and we played a Monet. Nice card for additional Don for our Virgo for an additional attack. So let's see if she blocks it with Sabo. I guess why not? Okay, she's not doing it. I don't know why. Okay, she gives us a 2k again. Interesting decision. Maybe she was scared a little. She wanted to keep the Sabo. I don't know what her tactic here really is. Keep her hand size small. You know, like some decks have different ideas. So what is this one saying? Choose up to one of your opponents, cost 4 or lower characters, and KO that character. If you trash had at least 15 cards, okay, choose a 6 cost or lower character. Okay, so that is definitely not the reason why she trashed 2 2Ks. 4 into 4 into our Monet. Definitely worse to defend. The card is too strong. Okay, 6 into 4, we can let that go. Also, we cannot defend that for sure. So now Virgo can hit the Rebecca. We can trash the Sabo. And then we could play our Tashigi, but I guess in general it's fine to focus here more on the life. She tries to counter out quite heavily. And she didn't want to let us banish one of her life cards, which is kind of sad. So let's check. Moria, okay. This is yeah, before, like pre-ban list. as the ban list is also viable at the 1st of August. I'm not sure if on the online, like here, if you can already play with the ban list active, but yeah, for me at least, I played these games that you can see today in the pre-ban lists timeline. Okay, 9 and 2-5, she will probably not counter that out. Yeah, one Moria less. For sure, write down in the comments what you think about the ban list. In my opinion, it was half-half, like half a good ban list and half a little too late ban list. I mean, in general, it's nice to at least fix it at one point. Oh no, there's the Luffy. Okay, she can finish our smoker, feels bad, and now she can attack again. Or like, Luffy can attack again. Kinda sad. And he will probably kill one of our Ben Backmen. Yeah, 10 into 7, we cannot defend that. Another Hoodie Jones, that is crazy. Yeah, just go into life. Let's see, she's only at 5 life. We can probably finish her here, maybe. Okay, she gives us a lot of 2k. Honest Impact, quite interesting card. So 9 into 5. So she can only attack with Moria next turn. So yeah, she cannot finish us here. And we are able to KO at least one of her blocker next turn with Honest Impact. And then we can just straight go with our leader in life. Yeah, but back to ban list. Yeah, I think it was definitely an interesting ban list. Like the Moria, definitely a strong card. I'm curious, and also the Ice Age was, at least in my opinion, a really strong card. For 1 Dawn, 5 cost minus is crazy, even in the back in the days. But yeah, it's kind of curious that they made it, or I'm kind of surprised that they made the ban so late, especially like also for Moria. Yeah, and we just straight up win here with the Hoodie Jones. Even with 2 blocker, Hoodie Jones is too strong at this point. So yeah, only the Zoro and the event left. So that was kind of easy. So Rebecca definitely needs more support. Even if she got support, she needs more support. Yeah, but back to ban list. Yeah, please write me down in the comments what you think about the ban list. I enjoyed it. I don't like the Raigo ban, but otherwise, I think the Moria now keeps more opportunities in the future or gives more opportunities in the future for black decks, because I think black was always limited to Moria in a lot of ways, and I hope in the future there is more diversity, like also with Blackbeard, like not everybody is playing only the same card. Oh, I forgot to cut that out. Yeah, we waited a little too long here. I'm sorry for that. So I skipped the Yamato play and just went into Black Purple Luffy. Also a really strong leader, and this is a really interesting build, because as you can see, like Black Purple Luffy tries to play a lot of Big Mom's pirates here in this deck list, which I found really cool. Like the deck list felt really nice. Maybe something I can check out in the future as well. But I feel like Black Purple Luffy fell a little off in the new OP11 meta. Or is it OP12 already? I'm always a little confused. So Smoker is 10. Yeah, and we are getting now to OP11. So the east side is in OP12, and yeah, then he fall a little off in OP12, I guess. But it's still also a testing time, so yeah, we need to check that and consider that as well. So he's not going for my Monet, which is interesting. We have a lot of kits in hand. They can be quite bricky at the end. So 6 into 6. Luffy is getting hurt a lot by the 6s, but he's giving us some 2Ks. Or at least one. So let's see. So 7. We cannot play the Luffy, which is a little sad. Another 6 into life would have been cool. Okay, 9 into 6. She probably... No, he's not using the mini Lin. Oh, it's the other name, it's not Lin. Even she looks like, I guess it's one of her daughters. We could play the blocker here, but I guess the blocker is more beneficial in the future for the cheating it out with Kid, and we maybe keep the 2-don open for our 2-cost event. Okay, there's the Lin. Strong card. So our smoker will probably go to our life, and he is adding a card to his life. Feels bad, definitely. So now he can go if he wants to. Okay, only 6 and 4. We could have used our event there, which, yeah, wouldn't have been a mistake, I guess. So maybe play out the Kid now. 6 into 5, 6 into 6. Good thing. But if we play it out, we cannot attack with Smoker again, with our leader. Or maybe we could, because we can stand up 2-don. Yeah. So now it will be a little hard to defend him. Yeah, I mean, like the last don will not help us anyways. Okay, so he's now at endgame. 10 don. Okay, 10 into 8. We cannot counter that out, which feels a little bad at this point. So we give him the blocker. Now he just needs to... Okay, he leaves them open. Interesting. Another Kid. Okay, that hurts a little. So he has 3 blocker plus a small blocker plus the Katakuri. And we cannot KO him with that. Which hurts also. Not gonna lie. I shouldn't have really used that. Maybe at this position. I mean, on the other hand, it's nice that Katakuri will not have any power here. So we can at least get 3 attacks here. So 6 into 6. Okay, he gives us 2k. We have nothing to cheat out, to be honest, so just 8 into 6. He takes that. Last life. He goes kinda risky. If we had something here to KO the blocker, then... Okay, a 2k, interesting. Like he keeps the blocker until the end. So it would be nice if we use our blocker here, play the chopper, and keep the 2 or like the 3-don open. For the kamikaze. I think that is the name of the 2-cost event. I was just guessing. I hope it's not completely wrong. And we forgot to give a don to our Kid, which hurts a little, but yeah, he will attack with Lin into him anyways. Yeah, why not? -2 to leader. 4 into 4. We could defend that. Okay, drawn to another one. Really nice, but on the other hand, a little sad. We are definitely not in the best position here, and another one, crazy. We will need a Hoodie Jones here soon. I'm hoping really hard that we find one soon. 8 into 6. Let's see what he has. This cannot be a Gum Gum Giant because you need to discard a card. Okay, he gives us one of the small blocker. So 8 into 6. We definitely try to rush him here a little, like give us some, and he has a 1k. This feels so bad. Just one don more and we would have KO'd one of him at least. But we need to have 2 don open. Yeah, we could play the blocker and have... No, we cannot have 2 don open here. Kinda sad. We need to attach 1 don to our kit. Yeah, and then we are not playing any blocker here. We will just leave the 2-cost event open, like the 2 don for the 2-cost event. Okay, we are using it here, really nice. 3 don plus, minusing 2 for his leader. He goes 8 into 8. We could give him the 2k. He's trying it of course again and we need to let it go, really sad. And he's playing another one, it's crazy. Like even a Hoodie Jones can probably not help us here. 5 into 5, we take it in hope of finally getting a Hoodie Jones, but yeah, it's hard. Like you're always getting, or sometimes you just get the cards that you don't need. And there's no Hoodie Jones as well. So yeah, we can go 2 into 0. One don. Into kit. Play out the blocker. And now Luffy 8 again. He needs to block and give us a blocker. Yep. Yeah, and now only 7. Feels kinda sad. We shouldn't have attached the 1 don to our leader. And the Shanks, okay. This, yeah, this will be a big problem here. We need to defend that. Now 12 into 7. Okay, he goes for board. So 1 Hoodie Jones can save us here. And no Hoodie Jones, it's crazy. We need only a Hoodie Jones can save us here. And there he is. Oh, it feels so good, man, to finally get the Hoodie Jones. And yeah, just go for game here. It was, yeah, he could. Let's go back to the end. Let's go back to, where was it? Here. He needed to attack first, of course. Then went for the final KO on the kid, and now he has 3 attacks. And he could go, or he could have went for a 6 maybe first to hope to check out if we have a 2k. Because if the first one goes through, then the next 2, like with the 8ks, will probably go through as well. But yeah, he was hoping of blocking 2 attacks because also no card in hand left. But yeah, in his position, I would have tried to go with the Luffy first into life. But anyways, this was a really close game and really lucky that we got the draw there. So let's go into the next one against Corby. Oh, I forgot to put the speed higher. So we start with the searcher. Get the money. So he placed the searcher brand new as well. There's the Sanji. Really nice curve, like starting with the searcher for 1 cost and then going to the 3 don, 3 cost Nami. Sanji, of course. Always confused about the looks. Okay, he plays the Kuzan, also not a bad card. actually really nice card in Kobe. I mean, some decks I think opt to not play the card, but in my opinion it's a good card for sure. Depends maybe also a little on your build. Kobe definitely a deck I want to check out as well in the future. So we take the Tashigi, nice 2k, because I mean we already had one 2k, but it's always nice to have the option to have another one to defend your cards a little. 7 into 5. He probably takes that. I mean, it's nice for him to have a big trash, but 2 cards in this early game, yeah, but on the other hand, like already at 2 lives is also not that great. So there's the Peacock Searcher, okay. Getting the Kobe Secret Rare, nice for him, especially later for the Helmeppo combo. He just need to ditch then the Kobe and then he can revive it. So Kuzan 6 into 4. We blocked it with Sanji. Really nice at Smoker because he's here a 7k power blocker. Okay, draw a card, the Kamikaze, really nice. Have a defensive event. We are at 7, right? We could play it and KO or like trash the Kuzan, but the problem is like his leader ability, of course. So let's see if he wants to give us some cards from his trash. So always keep in mind, like, you cannot KO them that easily. So maybe a Hoodie Jones would have made a little more sense here. But on the other hand, it's also good to try to keep his trash size small. Because we will KO the Kuzan probably anyways here. Like 7 into 5 is not the... But on the other hand, his hand size is quite big. Yeah, he counters out. Okay, sad. But yeah, I mean, it's nice to work a little on the trash size from Kobe. So let's see if he can keep it up this way. I mean, only the Navy cards count, I guess. Okay, you use the Peacock to make the brand new 1k more. So it's a 4k character and plays the Gecko Moria. Interesting, I am not a big fan of playing Moria in Kobe, and as you know from the ban list, like, it's not possible in the future anymore, but I preferred the more pure like Sword Navy build. But yeah, as I said, like, Moria is like a universal card and there are only a few decks which can resist of playing Moria. So yeah, I honestly have to say that it's definitely also a really viable card, but yeah, also a universal card, which is nice to get rid of and yeah, change the build a little. Of course, hard for all of the black decks which were in need of playing Moria, especially for the smaller or not meta relevant decks which needed to play him. But yeah, I mean, it's good for the game in general to refresh a little and get some of the older cards get out and get more for the newer cards. Okay. We try to KO with brand new our Ben Beckman, interesting. So we could play the Hoodie Jones here now. We are still at 3 lives, so we are not in fear of dying next turn. Then we can get rid of some of the smaller cards. So Peacock can attack into Peacock. Then we make Virgo's 3k power. Then maybe leave the 2-turn open for Kamikaze and attack straight into her. 5 into 1. Ah, we can, yeah, sure, we can stand up some cards, so maybe we can play an additional blocker. I mean, Monet would be also an option. Or we go for Gecko Moria here. No, we go for life, okay. Also fine, I guess. Okay, he gets the Trigger Search, takes a brand new. Now we play the Monet, leave 2-turn open for the Kamikaze, and we are kind of fine because Corby has some rush, but more for character KOing rush and not really rush for life. He's more like clearing the board and not the life of an opponent, which is also a nice idea. I think it's really cool engine to go also more faster on the character. Okay, 9 into 7. We could counter that out and make the leader -2. So he needs to give at least 1 Don to the leader. Maybe if he gives 2 to the leader, then I can still block with the blocker. So we need to let that go probably. Or we can counter out, sure, we have a lot of 2Ks in hand. Yeah, now the leader, even if he gives both Don to the leader, or Chopper can block that, and yeah, we technically win here. Especially with the additional Monet power. Which we also don't need, like, yeah. And he plays a blocker, okay. But we could play the Hoodie Jones here as well. For an additional 7k. No, 8k attacker, okay. But he's plus 1000, so I guess it's fine. Okay, he just surrenders here. His hand was actually not that bad. He had a lot of 2Ks, I guess, right? 1, 2, 3, and is this a 1k? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, so he had some counter power. This is a 2k as well, so, but yeah, it's just like the one goes, maybe 1, 2, he could counter out, but maybe I would have attacked with 9 with the second one, so then he couldn't have countered out. Then we had still the Ben Backman, the bot. Yeah, okay. We were still overkill here, no problem. So let's go into the next one. Against Eustass Kid. One of the yellow leader from OP11. Which also fallen off a little. Like here in Usopp, they were really popular, especially Usopp in the OP11 meta. OP10 meta, of course. And oh yeah, when they are OP10, I'm always confused on which meta we are at the moment. But anyways, you know what I mean, like the meta after Eustass Kid, or like even in the meta of Eustass Kid, the OP10, even there, he kinda fall off a little. So yeah, I guess we on the west side are coming to OP10, or we are at OP10 at the moment. And in the east side, we are at OP11. So OP12 is still in the future, so I said it wrong at the beginning of the video. Okay, so 7 into 5, let's see if he gives us the blocker. If he does, he cannot use the ability next turn. Okay, he lets it go through, but he takes it anyways. What a misplay. Feels bad. So 7 into 5, now he can block. So we lose a 2k, feels bad. But feels really nice that our board is already that big. Like the Monet, the Smoker, this is like the perfect curve kind of. Playing the Peacock as a searcher first, playing the Sanji second for the 3-down turn if we start, of course, which we want to always. Then play the Smoker, stand up some Dawn, and play the Monet for extra or like additional Dawn management, always attaching 2 extra Dawn and -1 for the opponent. So just after one time using her, she's already in big plus of Dawn management. We could play the Hoodie here. We go definitely aggressive here for sure. So we can go -1 for our Smoker maybe, and then try to get rid of the Frankie. And we still need to stand up our Don, right? Okay, so we get rid of the cards anyways. We should have done that before, like, it's really hard to remember always the right turn order, but we should have done the Monet first. KO with the Peacock, the -1, 0 power Apu, and then go with the Sanji and then go straight into life. Yeah, really hard to set. And did he counter out again and lost? It's crazy. Like, this guy definitely needs to remember the math here. Like, always counting. I mean, it can happen once, even maybe twice in a game, but more than twice is crazy, and even twice should never come up in more than one game. So we played a blocker here, so to ensure that we not go to 0 life next turn, or like this turn for him. So he goes 7 into 4. Okay. So his blocker law is up, but we can KO that law with Honest Impact. Now we can see that card in action. And KO. So restand a lot of Dawn. We could use our Monet for an additional 5k attack if we want to. So we trash that card first. Now 9 again, that is the magical number. And then we could go, yeah, 9 with leader. We should have attacked with our chopper first. Always go with the character first. It's better to remember it. Okay. He can counter even out, and now 7 into 5. He gives us a 1k, an additional 1k, and he is 1k too short. So we have a rematch. So maybe he thought like his mistakes were a little too big, so he tries to defeat me again. Which is nice, because usually I'm not doing the rematch, but I saw like he did some small mistakes. So he definitely should get the chance of trying again. So he plays the Rush Zoro, which will not help him at this point, but maybe just as a rush card, maybe he has no other option. I guess it's fine. Also for the Apu is nice. To make it like a blocker, because Apu always needs an additional Supernova card to be a blocker. So 5 into 5. Let's see if he blocks that. Then we probably play the Chopper blocker. Yep, he blocks that. Yeah. I probably wouldn't have used the leader ability, yeah, if I would be in his position, because yeah, now he cannot use it again for the X-Drake. And he even used the X-Drake and thought he could use the ability, but our life is less than his, so it's not working this way. And now we are even 2 life less than him. So nice, here's the Smoker, strong card. We could give 1 Dawn to our Virgo and then just go into the X-Drake, so the card is gone. And as a potential rest in the future. So let's see if he defends it. I wouldn't, yeah, but he's doing it, okay. And then we could play the Sanji. Yep, he lets it go, Sanji. And for next time we have, oh, okay, he plays the Secret Rare Law, which is nice. We cannot trash that with Bacon Backman. So we could play the Ben Backman. Did he forgot attack with Law last turn? Maybe. So yeah, we can counter that, we can block that with our Sanji, like our chopper of course. Okay, so he is at 6 life but only 2 hand cards. So we can play the Ben Backman, KO that card, restand some Dawn, and now just swing with 9. Or we can make a lot of small hits also. So 5 into 5. He gives us a 2k, interesting. I would have taken at least one. 5 into 5. You probably save it for the smoker. Yeah. And now he can block that. Sure. So he has 2 cards in hand. Interesting. He blocked nearly everything. We still have our 7k blocker. And a 2k and 2 2ks in hand. So it's not looking good for him again. But let's see what he's playing. Like if he plays another Secret Rare Law, which is a really strong card, he could be in a good position here. There's the Law, okay. And not the Law, the Zorro. Not the best card here, to be honest. But of course, if he has no option. So we block that, even if it's like the dead for our chopper blocker. So we can try to KO the Law. Yeah, so +2, so he cannot defend that, even if he has a 2k in hand. So let's see, he cannot defend that, so 1 2k less. We could play the Monet here and then the Sanji, which would be probably a good call. But we maybe should have used our yeah, like maybe should have restand the Don to attack with the Virgo first and then swing for life here. So we would have gotten an additional attack in. So, but it doesn't really matter at this point. Like his board is really like this game is threatened for him. He's in a bad position. Okay, we can use the block ability for Basil Hawkins. That is nice. So we would lose a life again. Okay, 9 into. What is he KOing? 9 into life, okay. Okay, we take that. It trigger crazy. Okay, so we cannot KO it. I was a little confused at this point. Why? Because we have 6k power more. Anyways. And here's a 2k, so we can save the blocker. He uses the Basil as a blocker. So Zorro is in his life, which is not that great for him because it's not a 2k. Or a really nice trigger blocker. So I was thinking of how to do it here. Yeah, I will attack first 5 into 5 to make the most use of Sanji, and then I will play the Luffy. So I can restand the Don, get a rush, and also can attach one of the rested Don. So 7 into 5 maybe? Let's see what he's doing. He gives us the blocker, okay. KOs our last card, a Peacock, that is fine. 7 into 5, he takes that. So we know a 9k he cannot counter out. Okay, he even uses that, I don't know why. He should have left the cards in hand, so it shows us that he has at least some cards in hand. So now we knew he only had one card. He cannot even counter out a 7k and 7 into 5. So yeah, he lost that game as well. Kinda unlucky for if you're trying to play 2 times, like for a rematch. So this is our last game for Smoker today. And we will fight against Crocodile, an interesting leader. I actually enjoyed him a lot. But I would definitely need to check him out in the future as well. Like he got some cool new cards. Like not really Crocodile cards, but like he benefits from the blue and purple cards as well, especially from the events. So expensive deck for sure because of the Bon Clay. I hope this card gets reprinted and costs then maybe €5 or $5 or something. But yeah, Bon Clay is a really strong card. But the leader is quite nice. I hope gets some support in the future, but it's kind of difficult to estimate like who's getting support and who isn't because of the new rotation system. It's probably like the older leader will not get any support anymore. Only the ones which getting a reprint, but in general I guess they will not reprint all of the cards because then it wouldn't make any sense. So I think it will work like this, that some leader will rotate out in the future, like today in 1 year there's a new rotation system and everybody from block 1, like from OP11 to OP4 will rotate out. Yeah, so we will lose a lot of leader every year. But let's see how much they reprint and how they try to keep up with the game, and also they bring out every 3 months new leader, usually like 4 to 5, so I guess it's fine that at some point they will kick out some cards. The only sad thing is, at least in my opinion, that we have 10,000 Luffys and some other cards could get, or some other characters probably could get a leader as well. But Bandai decides to give us 3 Luffys in 2 months as a leader, like the structure deck, the red one, the purple green one, and the blue yellow one, which is crazy. Like they should have just gave the chance also to other one. I mean, of course Luffy gets a little more attention than other ones, or like Straw Hat in general. Even if I think like Straw Hat in general is not that popular, it's mainly Luffy. So Ace, I mean, he got a leader from the structure deck, but the leader's not that good, so maybe they can support it a little. Mihawk could get a leader. There are some cards which are left or open to a leader. Bone Clay could be also get a leader, like from the prison maybe. A lot of characters there. Okay, so we trash the Bone Clay just to make sure that that card is gone. Otherwise, next turn we will get a 7k swing. So 7 into 5, he could block and give us a 1k. Let's see if he does. Yep, and 1k, sure. So 6 into 5, we give it 2k. Oh, nice, there's a Katakuri. Interesting choice that he's playing even Katakuri. So plus 1000 for Ben Beckman. Because we need some space here if we use our Eustass kit. I feel like there are 2 different games with Smoker. On the one game you are more in a rush position, like you're playing the Smoker, you play like the Hoodie Jones and the Sanji, and rush for game with the events, and on the other hand you have the games where you go for the support line, or not the support line, the defensive line with Eustass Kid and the blocker, like maybe also like the Chopper or the Rosinante and everything. Quite interesting. So we use the Gum Gum Mole to KO the Mihawk blocker, and now 8 into 5. Let's see if he blocks that. We don't need to attack anyways, like with 7 we would just waste it on. Maybe he attacks twice and we get a the 2-cost event. Yeah, but anyways, I feel like really Smoker is like a dual wield character or leader. Okay, he used Gravity Blade to get rid of our Tashigi, interesting. So our big characters just left on the board, like what did he even... Can I go a little back? Oh no, that was too wide. A little too much, maybe here. Okay, here maybe. Oh, I just wanted to check who he is even pushing away. Okay. That... Okay, here. So he's definitely taking the Tashigi and the Virgo? That would be crazy if he really did that. Or maybe the Peacock makes more sense than the Virgo. But anyways, like 4 Don character, like a 3 Don and a 1 Don, putting away with a gravity blade. Yeah, he does that really. It's crazy. And I'm really confused like why he did that. So we can give a 1k if we want to. The Rosinante probably. I mean, the Tashigi would be fine as well, but yeah, I guess it's fine to let him go, because we cannot defend out of the Katakuri. He didn't even use the last Don, but if he did, we couldn't have countered out even if we saved the first attack from the leader. So sad we cannot KO the Katakuri with our 4-cost Gamgamol gun. So now it decides a little if we want to go more aggressive or more defensive. So we decide to go a little defensive. Play out the Rosinante and hope that he's not having the Red Hawk. So we technically also could have played the Tashigi, but then we had like nearly 0 counter power. So 8 into lead. Okay, we are trashing the Okuma way, which is really nice. There's the Gamgam Red Hawk, as I said. So our kid is gone. But he's only at 1 life, so now we have nearly an easy game. Okay, definitely use the Sanji here. Just an easy 1k. So now 9. I mean, we could have used also the Tashigi, but I guess it's fine. So now the Hoodie Jones, rest the blocker, take 1 life, restand some down. So make sure that we go 9. So he would have needs 2 2k and 1 1k at least. And he doesn't. So we KO'd it, like we trashed that card, and now 11 into 5, and he couldn't. Oh, technically he could. He could have countered out of the first attack. Interesting that he didn't. Let's go back for a second. So he used the 0-cost event twice even. So 2 times 3k. So he didn't use that because the first smoker attack was 9. Which would have used like at least 2 of the 0-cost events. And then he had 0 cards in hand, and the last card wouldn't have saved him anyway. So yeah, it was just an unlucky attack. If I would have attacked with 7, he would have had an easy game to counter out of our attacks. So yeah, this was our our gameplay. I hope you liked the deck. In general, I think the deck gets better and better. At the beginning of OP11, it was more like a mediocre leader, and a lot of people were kind of skeptical about it. But the additional 2 Don are really nice, especially like with the 3rd Don from Smoker. And yeah, some new event editions are kind of cool for just getting rid of some of the bigger cards. And usually you have a solid base of some cards which you can have on the board, which are not that easy to get rid of. And then you just need your events to counter out of that a little, or block a little out of that. So I quite enjoy the leader, and I think he's really strong. Maybe I would have needed a little more practice, because it's also a more harder leader, because as I said, you can play him in 2 sides, like more on a defensive side or more on the offensive side. And I feel like also there are a lot of different builds, and there are so many ways of playing him, even in-game. Even if you decided for this build, for example, you can switch to the defensive side and then next turn go to the offensive side. And it's cool to have the option, but it's also hard to think about like when to do what. And yeah, just not doing misplays. So yeah, I enjoyed the leader a lot. I hope you enjoyed him as well. And maybe he will be one of the strong meta decks in the future. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.